Alright, Tang Su everyone. It's Master Matt. Haven't done one of these talking head videos where I'm driving home from Saturday class in quite a bit. So wanted to take this opportunity to talk to everyone about life lessons. We just started the month of May, and as of right now we don't have a life lesson yet. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to talk about all 5 of these life lessons and maybe how they relate to each other, how they sort of reinforce each other. It's something that I've been trying to cover in class when I talk about the life lessons. So maybe having it in the video is also a good idea, just so we can go back and refer to it in the future. So the 5 life lessons. We just had April. April was cleanliness. So that's keeping your surroundings clean, whether that's at home or school or karate class. And this, I'm not sure why the video has these like streaky lines. I just cleaned the screen. That's a shame. So forgive me for the streaky lines. I try to keep it clean. Speaking of cleanliness, right? So obviously I need some work there. So cleanliness, you might think, why do we talk about that at karate class? The answer is kind of both tactical and strategic, I would say. The tactical side is, look, if it takes you a long time to find something because your room's really messy, or it takes a long time to clean up the targets so that we can move on to another drill, that's all wasted time, right? That's wasted time taken away from your training. I would say the strategic part of it, something that I've always been talking about on our blog, by the way, go check out the blog, is the idea that the human brain can really keep 7 plus or minus 2 concepts or ideas or whatever it is in memory at the same time. So that means if you're really messy, you're really disorganized, you need to remember, oh, where did I put my keys? Then where did I put my karate uniform? Where did I put my backpack? And on and on and on. And you have to remember this, because you don't keep things organized. That's going to increase the chances of you overloading your brain, and an overloaded brain cannot focus on karate. So that's the long story about cleanliness. The other life lessons. The first one that comes to mind would be self-defense. A while back we did talk about the 3 Ds of defense. Now I'll encourage you to go through the rest of the blog, the Twitter feed, probably the YouTube channel, which is where this is going to be posted, and go look up those 3 Ds of defense. But basically self-defense is defending yourself from physical harm. That's probably one of the main reasons you're in karate. I know it was the main reason my parents got me into karate, was to defend myself. So that's the second life lesson that comes to mind for me. Also, defending yourself doesn't mean you get to then become the attacker. You defend yourself, use what force you need to, and get out of there. Next, not D of defense, I was about to say the next D of defense. I should be saying the next life lesson that I think of is self-discipline. So self-discipline, a huge part of karate, right? Having the discipline to bow, discipline to respect your partner. Self-discipline essentially is doing what you need to do without being told to do it. So talking about the other life lessons for a second here. It's good to have the self-discipline to practice good cleanliness. Don't wait for mom and dad or whoever to say, you need to go clean up your room. You need to have good self-discipline there. Self-discipline also reinforces the self-defense life lesson. Someone's attacking you, you're probably kind of mad at that person. You get out of that situation by applying force. You might be really mad and say, you know what, you shouldn't have done that. I'm going to start attacking you. You need to have the self-discipline to not do that. Just straight up. You do not want to become what you are defending yourself against. It's not good. Get out of this lane here. Okay. Let's see. We have cleanliness, self-discipline, self-defense. So the next one is having confidence and a positive attitude. So having good confidence, going into a new situation, not being afraid, believing in yourself. That also reinforces the other life lessons, like having the confidence that you can clean your room, having the confidence you'll have the self-discipline to keep something up over a long period of time. This is also very key when it comes to self-defense, being confident that you can defend yourself. So going into a new situation leaves yourself a little vulnerable, right? You need to have the confidence in your self-defense abilities that you can get yourself out of trouble if you get into trouble. So those are 4 life lessons. What would the last life lesson be? We've got cleanliness, self-discipline, self-defense, having confidence and a positive attitude. Can we think of the last life lesson? I just remembered it. It would be good manners and having good respect. So, of course, like, how could you forget that life lesson? Having good respect all over in karate. We bow to our partners, we bow to the flags, we bow to the instructors. That's all about showing good respect. Respect is treating others the way you want to be treated yourself. Okay, so, holding the door open for someone. If you had a handful of books, you had both your arms engaged and you can't open a door, you'd probably appreciate someone holding the door open for you. Having good respect, having good manners. So doing that sort of thing without being told to do it by mom or dad or whoever, that's also having good self-discipline. So you see, I'm probably sounding like a broken record here, right? But they all reinforce each other. And the other thing that I try to make clear during class is that you can't practice one of the life lessons at the expense of another. So, for example, trying to think of a good one here. So, let's see, having confidence and a positive attitude. You might run into a new classroom or into a new playground or something, and you're going to go right into playing your games. You say hi to everyone, you're really engaging, and you've got a great positive attitude. Meanwhile, the entire place is a huge mess. But you know what? Going over there and cleaning it up, that's not really having a good positive attitude, right? So it's okay to run in there and go hog wild, right? Wrong, right? You still need to practice good cleanliness. So if you walk into some place, into a classroom, into the dojon, or wherever it is, and the place is a mess, you can have a good positive attitude. Say, "Oh, hi, my name is so and so. Like, let's play together after we clean this up." So that's all about having a good positive attitude, but also practicing good cleanliness. Okay, so the life lessons reinforce each other. That's really important to remember, and you can't practice one at the expense of the other. So I'm gonna wrap this up, but stay tuned about this month's life lesson. It could be self-discipline, it could be self-defense, it could be respect, it could be any of the life lessons that aren't cleanliness, because we just had cleanliness for April. So keep an eye out for the homework. Get your homework in by the end of the month so you can earn your May stripe. Be sure to look us up on all of the social medias, right? The blog is probably the main place where you can jump off to the others, so I'll just give you the short URL for the blog. It is bit.do/DFK blog. DFK all caps, blog, just capital B. It is case sensitive, but once you jump there, you will see first of all the blog, which is where we're posting some original content, original articles, some of the longer text-based posts. But if you slide up to the menu and you hit contact, you'll have a whole listing of all of the other channels. So Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We just started using Snapchat, so get on there and make sure you keep up with us. We try to do original content on all of them, so what you see on Twitter may not necessarily be on one of the other channels. I don't really understand these people who post the same thing everywhere. We try to mix it up between all the channels, so make sure you go out there and take a look. And make sure you go out today. Make today a great day. We'll see everyone next week in class. Tang Su!